Okay, so we should be up and running. Just waiting for everything to come in fully. Yep, there we go. Need to just quickly just do a little bit of that. And there we go. We are officially prepared and ready. Hello everybody and welcome to today's stream, where it is the beginning of the 2025 NRL season. It's a pretty interesting time for this. It's rather interesting, I guess, to say, but it's a bit mental that we're finally here. Okay, so we're experiencing some issues. We've dropped frames, but yeah, we're gonna try to see if we can keep this like somewhat consistent. Yeah, we are experiencing a little bit of dropped frames, but it's not the worst thing. But yeah, so we're just trying to get ready for the start of the stream. But yeah, it's a very exciting time. The season is, I mean, the season's about to start. No, that's the thing. Like we're here. We're at the end game. But it is saying that the frame rates are a little bit all over the place, which is I guess we're just trying to make that a little bit consistent, because we're experiencing a bit of dropped frames, but I guess, I mean, it doesn't look too bad, I don't think. I'm just going in between and stuff like that. It doesn't look it can be a bit annoying, I guess. We should be okay, but it's but yeah, I mean, we're getting just trying to make sure everything's all going well. But yeah, so in terms of, as we are trying to get these issues like sorted and ready, what we do have is we do have a poll if you want to vote on who you think will win the opening match of the NRL. Obviously, this match being between the New Zealand Warriors and the Canberra Raiders. So you just have a look and go through there. But yeah, it's really cool to see this all go down. Just trying to think of ways we can try to fix the dropped frame rates. It's not the worst thing, I guess. I just want to make sure, like, how bad is it? Because the frame rate is a bit all over the... Yeah, okay, it is. We'll just try to see if this will work. Okay. So sorry for that if anybody did just drop out, but we are trying to just see how it could all work out. But yeah, it looks like our rate is better. It looks better. I mean, in terms of dropped frames, yeah, we've just yeah, it looks alright now. But yeah, this is obviously we are now here for the start of the season. So anybody got any predictions they want to go through? Actually, so that could be an interesting discussion point. But yeah, everything looks better now with Wi-Fi. So, but yeah, a decent looking crowd here as they've just started the actual stream segment for the Las Vegas games, and it looks quite good, which is it's lovely to see, because you obviously you just need it. I'm just trying to figure out if there's any way to make drone strip more dropped frames. Oh, Sean Johnson. He's a pundit now. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's really good to see. Okay, we're just gonna have a look quickly at the poll. How does the camera actually like somewhat look? It does look a bit shaky. But yeah, I think it's a lot better than the drop fans we're having. But we now have 7 votes in the poll for the start of this match. And we have 71% in favour of the New Zealand Warriors taking out the opening matchup. One thing we'll do now is we'll actually go through the team list, because there has been a lot of interesting development, especially very recently. So we'll go through and look through that. So just going through here now. Starting off with the fullbacks, KO Weeks and Chancellor Cole Clockstead for both teams. For the backs for the Raiders, you've got Savila Tamale and Xavier Savage on the wings. Matthew Tomoko and Sebastian Chris in the centres. Ethan Strange and Jamal Fogarty are the playmakers. And for the Warriors, you've got Tane Tuapiki and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck on the wings. Alam Leotawa and Adam Pompey in the centres, with Channel Harris Tavita and Luke Metcalf as the playmakers. I actually just realised I should be scrolling down here. So yeah, there you go. Going into the forward pack, Corey Horsburgh, Tom Starlin and Joseph Tarpany as the prop hooker prop for Canberra. James Fisher-Harris, Wade Egan and Jackson Ford, not Harrison. Not the Indiana Jones man, as the prop hooker prop. Second row, you've got Hudson Young and Zach Hosking for Canberra, and Josh Papali starting at lock. And then for the Warriors, you've got Kurt Capel, Mariota Niokora, and Mitchell Barnett playing at lock as well. Going on to the bench for Canberra, you've got Morgan Smithies, Owen Patty, Simi Sasaki, and Ata Mariota. And for the Warriors, you've got Aaron Clark, Dylan Walker, Dimitri Valmalga, and Leka Halasima. And the injury reserves for tonight's match, you've got Jed Stewart for Canberra and Eddie Iremia-Tueva for the Warriors. So, yeah, pretty interesting aspects for both sides. It's going to be interesting to see what does occur there for that. So, yeah, it could be something that should be whatever. But yeah, it's a very exciting time, obviously, and also, if you just want to look above, up there is the league codes for my NRL, Fantasy, and Supercoach. So if you do want to quickly join them before the season starts, you've got about 22 minutes. That was the worst thing I've ever done on camera. Oh, boy. Okay, you got the Warriors lining up, but I do also have something that we want to debut tonight. We have the multi-watch. So these are the multis that I have for the NRL matches today. Obviously, because a cheeky little $10 bonus bet coming in from Sportsbet has made me do this. So for this match particularly, we have the Warriors to win, KO Weeks to score any time for Canberra, Adam Pompey and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck to score for the Warriors, and they'll pay out a decent $130, $180. I just want to check Sportsbet quickly, just to make sure what it is. It is a $133 winning. And the one on the right is for the match later on today, which is the Penrith Panthers and the Cronulla Sharks. We've got Casey McLean and Dylan Edwards scoring for Penrith, Renato Militalo and Britton Nakora scoring for Cronulla, which pays out a whopping $387. It's a bit tasty. It's a bit tasty, honestly. But, yeah, it's... We really be at that point. But I will come and true, so hopefully everything does go well. We now have 11 votes in the poll, 64%, so about 2/3 going in favour of the New Zealand Warriors for the start of the NRL season. This is really exciting. I'm actually really interested to see how this season will go. I just want to quickly test the sound here, because I don't want to be absolutely blasting the absolute daylights out of you lot. Let me just... Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Voice of an angel, that. It's not. But obviously, this is pretty exciting. There's a lot of stories, obviously, coming in for this season. I mean, Warriors coming off Tohu Harris are very lately announcing his retirement from rugby league right at the beginning of this year, actually. And you've got like Mitch Barnett now, who is the captain for the Warriors. He do be serving as a as lock this match, which I don't know if he's played lock before, which I'm not 100% sure about. But yeah, he was very much a late change, I believe. Yeah, Aaron Clark was meant to start, but then he moved on. He swapped around. Jackson Ford also was meant to start, but he got moved into the forward pack, and then which is where Mitch Barnett made the swap. But yeah, Canberra's got an interesting team, and they've got a team that you don't really need. You can't just ignore. Like, they've got some pretty decent young players in there. But yeah, it's gonna be a close, tough match. This is, but yeah, who knows what would happen. I guess what we can do is just to whilst we are waiting, we've still got about 20 minutes until the season starts. I think we ask a question just to get the chat rollings on. Pretty simple. Where do we think both teams will finish in 2025? Obviously, both teams failed to make the finals last year after making them in 2023. The Warriors, more so specifically, making the top 4, going to the preliminary final and just losing out to Brisbane. So yeah, the real question is what happens? Does either team make the finals? Do both teams still don't make it this year? Let me know in the live chat, and we can go through them, because yeah, it's hard to tell. I think I've got both teams from my ladder prediction not playing in the finals. So heck, if anybody does want them, think they will, then yeah, put it and also give a reason. Give a reason as to why we think the Canberra Raiders and or the New Zealand Warriors will play finals football. But yeah, looking at the crowd, apparently they're expecting around 50,000 in Las Vegas, which is, I mean, that's really impressive. I understand there's been a lot of issues, I suppose, in terms of the ethics when it comes to Las Vegas, the rugby league event. Obviously, a very big one is the fact about might only just be for the legalizing of sports betting in America, but it's also you had a certain head of Australian rugby league really trying to get a certain person to go. Don't know if he has. It's just you just message him. You don't have to go on TV and go please Donald Trump, please come to my thing. Even if you like him, like President Trump, or if you don't, it's a bit. You gotta admit, it is a little bit cringe. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I keep doing this just to make sure that the it all seems okay. The stream. 12 votes now in for the poll. Still, yeah, it's actually more so now, 2/3. It's 67% now for the Warriors to take out the opening match. They're just talking to Ricky Stewart now. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how he goes. Obviously signing a new contract last year. But yeah, it's really weird. It's a really weird time of the season. Live dashboard, edit your stream title and description. Yeah, we're trying to just keep everything going. So yeah, we still got a fair amount of time away. It's almost, to be fair, they've done really well. The crowd is actually rather decent. And one of the big things as well that we're talking about is that tickets were sold in apparently every single state of the United States. And now they've got Andrew Webster, the coach of the New Zealand Warriors. One thing I will say is Sean Johnson has very much cleaned up himself. But yeah, we're just trying to at least the bit rate. The bit rate definitely on Wi-Fi was on a bit more exact. So. But yeah, the Warriors, yeah, it's a very interesting. It's very interesting to see what will happen with them this year. I'm trying to find some other things. Yep, it looks like we've been okay now, so I guess we can stop sort of worrying about it. But yeah, the Warriors, I'm trying to fill up time. That's what I'm trying to do. The game doesn't start for about 15 minutes, and I'm just trying to do everything to eliminate dead air on this this live stream. So one thing I should state is that unfortunately there'll be no game footage shown because of copyright reasons. So yeah, tough shit if you're trying to find it, I suppose. Unfortunately, but that's just how it is. But yeah, we're just trying to see, like, yeah, so 50% of our experiencing minor issues. Yeah, so it's kind of like swapping in and out between of like how, oh, it's going okay or it's having a little bit of issues. But it's yeah, it's sort of whatever. Like, I mean, it's still like all right. Looking more so into the poll. Yep, 71% now for the Warriors to take the win. It's what you want in your team. It's a very exciting time. I think what we can do is actually we can go into more so of the type of battles that we're expecting for this matchup. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's going to be a pretty interesting battle of the wingers. I did see a bit of Tane Tuapiki during the preseason. I thought he was actually quite solid, to be fair. Obviously, having to come in to replace Dallin Watine-Zelezniak after he got injured about 10 minutes into the opening trial against the Sharks. Xavier Savage, I mean, I feel like if Canberra were to do something this year, I think he's going to be a very important factor. And then, of course, you got the veteran presence that is of Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. I even think at some point, possibility of when Dallin Watine-Zelezniak comes back, I reckon you may put Tuivasa-Sheck as a centre for even like Tuapiki, with him still being on the wing, because I don't know, I really like the veteran winger who goes into centre to mentor a young winger. It's kind of like what Adam McDougall did with what's his name, Akili Awate, when he was back in the Knights, like 15, 16 years ago. Just realised how old that was. And I think a more recent example, just using the Knights again, would be Dane Gagai in centre and Dominic Young on the wing, which I feel like is something that Dong Young has been missing a little bit, is having a veteran centre help guide him. I just think that's one of the things that's kind of been missing. He's still like a decent player. Like, definitely do not get me wrong at all. Because he's absolutely brilliant. He's been a decent player. I mean, just not the same level as probably what he would have been at the Knights, but give it time, and I think the Roosters can definitely get well. Battle of the Playmakers. This is going to be another interesting one. Fogarty and Strange would be pretty decent pairing. I think it's two quite solid playmaker pairings for both teams of even Strange, Jamal Fogarty for Canberra, and Chanel Harris-Tavita and Luke Metcalf for the Warriors. I just think it'll be... I think the kicking game is going to be quite interesting, obviously, because it is on a bit of a shortened field, because Allegiant Stadium has different dimensions, which I do believe all the teams playing today have played a game with those dimensions. Like when the Raiders got belted by the Sharks in the second week of the trials, it was on the same dimensions as Allegiant Stadium. Going into the forward pack, and I feel like... I think, the lock's going to be interesting of Papali and or Papali'i and Barnett. I think it's going to be interesting, I suppose. I don't know if Mitch Barnett has played lock before. I feel like he may have at some point. If there is somebody who could possibly correct me, then that would be brilliant. But yeah, it's hard to say. It's really, really hard to say. Hudson Young and Kerb Cape. Well, I think if more so if anything, the props and the hookers are going to be the big battle. That's going to decide who wins today. I mean, you got James Fisher-Harris coming in from Penrith. Jackson Ford, pretty solid hand. Wade Egan's also pretty decent. Then you got Corey Horsburgh, who's definitely stepped up a lot last year. I mean, not saying he was ever bad, but he was just definitely a lot better last season. Joseph Tarpany as well. Clean-shaven Joseph Tarpany. And then you've also got Tom Starling at hooker. So I feel like that's going to be the deciding factor of who would be able to take out this match, essentially. So, yeah. Coming into the final 10 minutes before the start of the NRL season, we've got 15 votes now in the poll, and it's a 2/3 majority still in favour of the New Zealand Warriors taking out the win. So now what we do have is, which we did show earlier in the preseason stream, is the NRL multi-watch. So the left one is the one we have for this match. We have the Warriors to win, KO Weeks to score for Canberra, and Adam Pompey and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck to score for the Warriors. Does anybody else have any types of multis on? If you do, just put them down in the live chat, and we'll monitor them. We'll keep them up to speed and just see if everything can go, and just just to make sure that everything could possibly be a factor. You never know. I just realized I need to scroll up because I don't want the poll just being Corey Horsburgh and James Fisher-Harris. There we go. Now it's back to... So currently in terms of betting odds, the Warriors are the favourites, $1.65 to the Raiders, $2.25, which is not too far away, but it's I guess it does kind of show a little bit of how the Warriors could possibly win this. But yeah, I think I have the Warriors... Do I have the Warriors 13 plus? It'll be like a close 13 plus. I do remember, yeah, one thing that does actually kind of annoy me a little bit is that in the NRL advertisement, they've been using the hit that one of the Canberra players did on Reece Walsh, which wasn't an actual legal hit. Like, he gave away a penalty, and it was just a random hit for no reason. No, not no reason, but like, you know what I mean. But yeah, here we go. We should be getting close now. 7 minutes away from kickoff. So we should be able to start seeing teams walking out onto Allegiant Stadium. And we've got 3 fighter jets flying over Las Vegas. Are they F-18 Hornets? Yeah, it looks like they're F-18. No, they're not F-18 Hornets. They're definitely a lot more updated. So you got a fair amount of... You got the Canberra fans mixed in with the Wigan fans. I mean, it kind of makes sense because all of the Canberra players that are from England. A fair amount of Wars fans as well, and it's expected 50,000 for the NRL, and it's very excited. Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas, the site of the opening season, of the opening 2 matches of the NRL. The opening game is the Canberra Raiders up against the New Zealand Warriors. Both teams failing to make the finals last year will definitely want to improve better, especially after coming off winning the 2023 NRL season. And the New Zealand Warriors, as well. Definitely more so. Oh, you got the Sydney Milk Syndicate. Yeah, fucking good to see me over there. I would probably go over there when the Knights do. It just depends on when. But there we go. You've got the commentators of Dan Ginnon, Matty Johns, and Braithen Astor. As you see, yep, there's Dallin Watines-Lesniak in a cast from his wrist injury picked up during the first week of the trials. Yeah, some absolutely big rigs. Big rigs into the America. Can we get some hype in the chat? Okay, looking at the poll now, 18 votes, and it's still state-specific with the 2/3 majority, 67%, saying the Warriors will take out the opening match of the NRL season. Any predictions that anyone wants to put into the chat, do so now if you want, as we've got about 5 minutes before the start of the game. What they will do now quickly is just the final look through of the team list, if we shall. So starting off with fullbacks, you've got K.O. Weeks for Canberra and Chancellor Cole Clockstad for the Warriors. In the wingers, you've got Sevilla Tamale and Xavier Savage for the Raiders, with Matthew Tomoko and Sebastian Chris at centre. And for the Warriors, you've got Tane Tuapiki and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck on the wing, with Ali Leotawa and Adam Pompey in the centres. Playmakers for this match are, for Canberra, Ethan Strange and Jamal Fogarty, and for the Warriors, Channel Harris Tavita and Luke Metcalf. Now going into the forward pack, you've got Corey Horsburgh, Tom Starling and Josh Tarpany for the hooker prop for Canberra. James Fisher-Harris in his opening match for the Warriors, joined by Wade Egan and Jackson Ford in the hooker prop for the Warriors. Second row consists of Hudson Young and Zach Hosking, with Josh Papali starting at lock for Canberra. Kate Capewell, Marata Niokore, and Mitch Barnett, who is also a captain for the Warriors, as there are the second row and lock. Interchange consists of, for Canberra, Morgan Smithies, Owen Paddy, Simi Sasagi, and Ata Mariota for them. And for the New Zealand Warriors, Aaron Clark, Dylan Walker, Dimitri Valmalga, and Leka Halasima. And for the injury reserve, you've got Jed Stewart for Canberra and Eddie Iramia Tueva for the Warriors. So there we go. We're really closing in on the start of the season. 20 votes now, 70-30, which would mean, I believe, 14 votes for the Warriors, 6 votes for Canberra. Yeah, the players are just getting ready. I just realised, the Warriors would be the first team to walk out onto Allegiant Stadium, being the designated away team of technical away team, which is the best type of away team, if I've known. It's an exciting time. So yeah, just quickly, if you want to vote, I will close it as soon as kickoff happens, so we can get ready. But yeah, it's pretty much still stayed about 2/3 majority for the entire time, which is rather impressive, to say the very least. Oh, so I just need to do some of this quickly. Yeah, Canberra do have somebody to actually blow their big horn. Obviously, to do the Viking clap. It's pretty much, I believe it's like some player for the, I think it's a defensive tackle for the, if memory serves me right, it is a defensive tackle for the, what's their name? The Las Vegas Raiders. They're still Oakland to me. If I'm being completely honest, they are still Oakland. Okay, the Warriors are starting to make their movements. Alright, there we go. I just had to bring up the, oh, whoopsie. Bear with me all for a second. And there we go. Rightio. Warriors starting to make their walk out of the changing rooms at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. So we're getting excited. I'll just to mention just quickly, yeah, there's no game footage being shown here, so just letting you know because of copyright issues. But anyways, Mitch Barnett and James Fisher-Harris walking out through the center of the tunnel, and will run out onto Allegiant Stadium as the first team for the second edition of the NRL Las Vegas event with the Skycam. And they couldn't have been more zoomed out if they can. James Fisher-Harris in his first match for the Warriors, starting as captain in the forward pack. But yeah, genuinely, that is like, for the Warriors to make the finals, that is a gauntlet throwdown of getting James Fisher-Harris. And now the Canberra Raiders are walking out now. Are we going to see this LA Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders player blow the horn? Because they are the home team, so they get a little bit of a graphic. So, yeah, that makes sense. But, yeah. There you go. There's the thing. And there we've got the player. Tyler Mander, who is a defensive tackle for the Las Vegas Raiders. Which makes sense. I mean, they've got like the same thing. Oh, they actually acknowledged the Iceland football team. Fair play. Like, yeah, I mean, it was... There you go, the Canberra Raiders running out onto Allegiant Stadium. We're ready. So I think it's just all the streams have just swapped over to the Americans because they're now actually being a bit more specific. I'm going to, unfortunately, end the poll now. So 3, 2, 1. We finished off with 25 votes in the poll, with 68% of you believing the New Zealand Warriors will win the opening match of the NRL season. Okay, so the New Zealand Warriors will be kicking off, and they'll be running screen left with Canberra getting first possession of the ball. Here we go. Biggest hit up. We're ready for the hit ups. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I've done it too early. Here you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the 2025 NRL season. And it's the kickoff, and it's gone to the far right-hand side of the Canberra's half. And it's still in a sky cam, and it's Josh Papali who takes the first hit up, and he's brought down on the 10 for the very first tackle of the season. Now Canberra are going to spread it down to the middle, as that is Tarpany who gets the ball inside of the 20, and also there's no video footage, unfortunately. Now spreading it out now up the guts, and that is Corey Horsburgh. He's brought down inside of the 30 for the third tackle. It's a very quick set so far. As Papali gets another hit up. He's brought down inside of the 40 for the fourth tackle. And now trying to get one-upman's up the guts here. Just trying to get a feel for each other, as that is Tarpany once again getting possession of the ball. Now last tackle here for the Raiders, just shy of halfway. And there's the high kick there by Jamal Fogarty. And the Warriors will get their first bit of possession with Roger Tuivasa-Sheck taking the first hit up, and it'll get brought down inside of the 30 for the first tackle for the Warriors. And now the Warriors are spreading it out to the right-hand side, as that is onto the 30-metre line there. I think it's the number 12 there. It is near Corey. And there's a decent run there for the Warriors there as their Tower. Getting a decent run there, just shy of the 40 for the third tackle. Big hit up there near Corey with his second of the match, but he gets dragged back a little bit, so he's still inside of the 40 now for the fourth tackle. Warriors now spreading it centrally, and I believe that's Jackson Ford who gets brought down just shy of halfway for the last tackle, and that's going to be given to Harris Tavita. High boot in the air, and it's taken by KO Weeks. Weeks trying to find a gap, and he'll get brought down just on the 20-metre line for the first tackle. And again, the backs are starting to get run here. Somale is now inside of the 40 for the second tackle. So really is just a measuring, seeing what other teams are going to be doing. Hudson Young, the Hunter boy, just shy of halfway now for the third tackle. The Raiders now trying to spread to the right. As Horsburgh trying to get an offload off. He does get it off. Young, but he does slip over. And he'll be still brought down just shy of halfway for the fourth tackle. So now you've got the Raiders now trying to fling it now into the middle of the field, as that's the number 10 of Joseph Tarpany, but again, not on halfway. What's happened? No, okay, both teams, one team was calling for a penalty, the other team was calling for a knock-on, but nothing happened. But it's a high boot for the last tackle. It'll fall on the 20, as that is Nicole Clockstead who takes it, and he'll get wrapped up inside the 20 for the first tackle for the Warriors. Now the Warriors just trying to figure out, yeah, no team's gone past halfway so far in the opening 3 minutes of this matchup. They're just trying to spread it out to the right, as that's Tuivasa-Sheck. Did the ball come out? But they're saying, yeah, the ball was knocked back by Tarpany, which is interesting. Fourth tackle now for the Warriors. They're just inside of the 40. They're going to spread it now to the left as it's James Fisher-Harris, who gets brought down just shy of halfway. Now, this will be the last tackle now for the Warriors. Booted right on the 40, and this will go onto the 20, and it's taken well there by the number 2 of Tamale for the Canberra Raiders, who gets brought down on the 30 for the first tackle. And that is Sebastian Chris there getting his first carry. Gets brought down on the 40 for the second tackle. So this probably will be the first time we see opposition field. But not really, but here comes Warriors defense bringing him back. And that's about 10 metres. They've brought him back all the way back to the 30. As the camera now cuts to Ricky Stewart. And brought down just shy of halfway now for the fourth tackle for the Raiders. And the Raiders now entering the Warriors half the first time. Big spin around for Tomoko. Gets an offload off to Hudson Young. And they're trying to spread it. And the ball has popped out. Play is still continuing. It's a good wrap-up tackle. It's a set restart now for the Raiders. It's a knock-on. So this is a good chance now. The Canberra Raiders now 45 metres away from the try line on the first tackle. First proper chance here to get the first points on the board. That's number 8 of Corey Horsburgh now. Gets another offload off. They're still going past the 30. Going to go up the guts, trying to find a gap. Just hold on to it. It's only the first tackle. So 20 metres out, second tackle for the Raiders. They'll spread it out to the left. But they'll choke back centrally. Now they're going to chuck it to the right. Papali'i trying to get some moves going. But he's brought down 15 metres away from the try line. Fourth tackle. More to the middle on the left here. Horsburgh, they can't find any gap in the middle here. This will be the fourth tackle now for the Raiders. Still 15 out. Passing it to the left. Fogarty trying to find some gap. Running up the gut. Oh, Sebastian Chris has reached over and gotten on the line. And I think that should be a try. I guess we just need to check to see if the other arm was down on the ground. So we have to figure out if the try was completed, but the ball did get placed on the line. Oh, so the bunker actually in Sydney. So let's have a look. Sebastian Chris. That's on the line. That's a try. But the referee's gone for it as a no try, though. That's on the line. That's a try, surely. Yeah, that's a try. No double movement, and there we go. And it looks like, yep, should be Sebastian Chris scoring the first try in the NRL season. Going off the VAR, and that's a try. Sebastian Chris scores the first try of the NRL season, and the Canberra Raiders go 4-0 up with the kick to come. But yeah, that's what you needed. Just looking for a little refresh so we can get the actual scoreboard up. Because it is now 4-0. 4-0. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, cut out past him there. Just like a nice flat ball there. Splits the gap between Leletau and Tuapiku. They had Metcalf coming in to try to stop. But yeah, reaches out and just plants the ball on the line. Canberra 4-0 up. So Sebastian Chris just scored his 38th try from 86 games. Pretty decent stats there for a centre. So there we go. And now this will be the conversion. Probably about 25 metres away on the left-hand side. Jamal Fogarty, 79% from conversion. This to make it a 6-0 lead for Canberra, 6.5 in. The kick is up and it's through the guts and it is good. So the Canberra Raiders 6-0 up. 7 minutes into the NRL season. But yeah, that's a good start there for Canberra. Good awareness there by Sebastian Chris. You really like to see it. It's just lovely. it's just a lovely play, that. So here we go. The Warriors are now set to restart the game. 33-13 remaining in the first half. And it's a kick, and once again going to the right-hand side. So will be Papali'i taking the hit up again, I believe. And it will. He does a little spin. He gets brought down just past the Raiders 10-metre line for the first tackle. They're going to spread it now to the right. It's going to be the number 10 of Tarpany, who gets some good post-contact meters. The whistle's been called for the tackle being wrapped up, so they're going to go back past the 20. Corey Horsburgh now broken down into the 30 area of the Warriors field. Okay. Oh, it's a knock on here by Horsburgh, but I feel like he got pushed down there. I reckon they challenge that for a penalty. I reckon they should challenge that. But yeah, it is an incorrect play the ball, but he does fall down. But was it... Yeah, he doesn't get to his feet in enough time. So here we go. About 20-30 metres away from the try line, the Warriors will have a scrum and a full set of 6. No, they're just going to play the ball, sorry. Forgot they changed that rule. So here we go, 20 metres out. First tackle for the Warriors and a chance to answer back. Barnett goes up the guts. That's what you want to see. Second tackle, 10 metres out. The Warriors now spreading it to their right-hand side. Fisher Harris doesn't know where to get the ball, and he'll get brought down 5 metres away from the try line. The Warriors now spreading it to the left, trying to find a gap. Metcalf has it, but he won't let go of it, and he'll get brought down. Still inside the 10 on the left-hand side for the fourth tackle. Warriors again going central. Barnett trying to go himself. But he will be a metre short of the line. But he will be actually, no, he actually will be counted as being held up. So he'll go back to the 10 for the last tackle. Last tackle now for the Warriors. In the middle of the field, they're going to go to the left-hand side. Metcalf spreading it out, but that's just good defense there by the Raiders, as the number 6 of Harris Tavita not getting out of the ball. And just like that, the Raiders have survived. Bit of a letdown lull there is probably the best way you could describe that. Now it's the number 5 of Xavier Savage, and the ball's been lost again. It's another. Is this now will be a scrum set now for the Warriors? But yeah, I mean it's good pressure by the Warriors, immediately forcing another mistake by Canberra. So the Warriors will get a scrum feed now, 20 metres out from the try line, as Savage tries to. Savage just tried to offload it. I believe it's to the number 6 of Ethan Strange, who was not expecting it. So. Alright, 20 metres out. Scrum feed for the Warriors, who are in the centre of the field. Do they go for the try already? Straight away. Thank you, Matthew Martin, there for subscribing there. I'd like to see that the alert box is working. So thank you very much there, Matthew. Now spreading it now into the middle from the first tackle, which was on the right-hand side. They're going to flip it all the way there. There's a massive gap on the left-hand side here for the Warriors. A step there for Pompey, but he could have probably given it to Sheck. But now they're going to spread it now to the middle now from the second. Oh, that's the number 12 there, near Corey. Brought down 15 metres away from the try line. Still in about the centre of the field. And the Warriors are going to spread it now to the left. Oh, the big flat ball as Fisher Harris gets brought down 5 metres short of the line now. Fourth tackle. Eden goes to the short side. They're trying to spread it. Oh, you selfish bastard. Capewell, you should have passed it. And it's a lost ball here by Kurt Capewell. And the Raiders again survive another close set. Yep, he's lost the ball there, and the referee was right there. It was Zach Hosking there causing the mistake to happen. So the Warriors, once again, kind of blowing another chance as we've now gone past the opening 11 minutes of the NRL season. Yeah, Matty Johns is a commentator now for Fox League. That's pretty interesting. But there you go, scrum feed now for the Canberra Raiders on their own 10-metre line. Trying up the guts there, that's Chris. He gets brought down just shy of the 20 for the first tackle. And he's getting run up the guts there, and I believe that is the number 11 of Hudson Young, taking the second hit up inside of the 30. Corey Horsburgh trying to get another offload off there. Offload heavy. They must think it's still a bonus point thing. Okay, now Canberra now on their own 40 for the third tackle. Tarpany trying to get past halfway, and he will. So this will be the fourth tackle now for the Raiders. They're a bit too eager here. They're coming way too close up to their line to really actually spread the ball out. So 40 metres away from the try line. This will be the last tackle for the Raiders with a high boot. Nicole Clockstead takes it. And he'll be brought down inside of the 20 for the first tackle for the Warriors. Now 12 minutes gone. I mean, it was pretty much just a feeling process for the first couple of minutes. And then Sebastian Chris going over, making the chances pay for the what was the first tackle. What was the set restart. RTS now with the ball. He gets brought down just shy of halfway for the fourth tackle on the left-hand side. And they'll try to go up the guts here. No gaps really being found here at the moment. It is a smaller field. So yeah, there'd be less line breaks than you'd expect. And here's the last tackle kick by the number 6 of Harris DeVita. It'll be taken by KO Weeks for the Raiders. Oh, takes a bit of a high shot there by Capewell. Have that. You bugger. Inside of the 20 for the first tackle. And the Warriors here. Oh, a bit of a spin move here, but a good crocodile wrap up there by Barnett. Onto the 20 for the second tackle. But yeah, Savage, they're trying to go up the guts. They're trying to force a break or even go for a potential offside. Here is Papali, or Papali'i, sorry, gets brought down just past halfway for the fourth tackle. Now spreading it out to the left-hand side. Could be a gap emerging. Have that. 35 metres away from the try line now on the far left-hand side. They'll spread it to the middle. And it's going to be a high bomb here. It's going to be a lot of chases here for the Raiders. Pressure on Nicole Clockstead. That's going to be a penalty. Horsburgh's coming to try to get for it. And he is unfortunately taken him out in the air. And Horsburgh is whinging. And Canberra have immediately challenged it. So let's have a look here. So I think it's for like contact. No, yeah. Clockstead's kicked him. Yeah, it's not Horsburgh making contact with Nicole Clockstead. It's Nicole Clockstead putting his boot on Horsburgh. And yep, challenge is successful. So it should just be a regular tackle. But yeah, Horsburgh, I mean, forwards, trust him with your captain's challenge. And no, it's a penalty. It's a penalty to Canberra. Oh, because it's the high boot. That makes complete sense. Yeah, so 10 metres out, the Canberra Raiders have a full set of 6, and Nicole Clockstead's on report, so a huge chance here for the Raiders to extend their lead. That makes complete sense. I just thought it was just a regular tackle, but no. Now the Raiders now off to the right-hand side. Papali trying to go up the guts, and he'll be brought down 5 metres short on the second tackle. They're on the right-hand side here. They'll spread it more centrally. Horsburgh trying to burrow himself over, but he's about 2 metres short of the line there. Almost. Won the penalty and almost gotten the try. Oh, flat ball to Papali. Gets an offload off. Starling goes for the grubber kick, and there's Raiders all over the place. And it's a try, but it's unfortunately a penalty to the Warriors for, I believe it was shepherding. So, chance goes begging there for Canberra, and the Warriors get a penalty. But yeah, very close there for the Warriors, actually. Luke's like, hi, are we not allowed to watch the screen? Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, due to copyright. Luke, yeah, we, unfortunately, it is copyright, unfortunately. If you want to look for somewhere who's watching them, showing the match, I'd probably look at Twitch. Twitch or Kick. Or Rumble, whatever the one is. I think it's one of those ones. They should be able to get it if you're trying to watch it. That's probably the best bet for you. It's just on YouTube, unfortunately, copyright's a bit strict, unfortunately. Now the Warriors spreading it out to the left-hand side. They're on past halfway. Could be a run here for RTS, but he gets charged down. And the ball's popped out. Great tackle there by Raiders. And the Raiders have forced... And now the Raiders now trying to switch it to a counter-attack. Big barging run there by Hudson Young. Yeah, no worries, Luke. But yeah, if you want to look over there, and it's a penalty for the Raiders. Yeah, the Warriors are starting to capitulate a little bit here. So the Raiders get the ball, get a kick on their 40. So basically, yeah, it's very interesting so far. Obviously, only one try being scored so far in the opening 16 minutes of the match. So currently, if we look at our place, our bets, none of them have come in because Sebastian Chris scored for Canberra, and we only need KO Weeks to score. Okay, now first hit up, the Raiders now 35 away from the try line here. And they're sort of more in the central play, so they'll go for a bit of one-upments. No, they will not. Oh, that's a play off the training mark as Hudson Young gets another offload off. They're spreading it now to the right-hand side, but they keep going centrally. Just pass it, mate. 15 away from the try line now in the center of the field. The Raiders will now lay it off into the middle. It's a bit of, yeah, like the commentator just said, crisscrossing. Third tackle inside of the 10. And the Raiders trying to find something to break the line. It's another offload, and it's randomly... Oh, it's a knock-on. Yeah, it should be a Canberra scrum here because it was an offload that immediately went onto a boot of a Canberra player, and then it's immediately knocked on by, I believe, Harris Tavita. So it should be a scrum feed. So it should be a scrum feed to the Raiders. Oh, no, wait. Shouldn't be on TV or nah. Ooh, I don't know. It could be on Channel 9. If you're in Australia. So yeah, I'm not too sure. Actually, it probably might be the best bet. If it is, I'm not 100% sure because I don't know what the rules are. So yeah, the Warriors end up with the ball, so it wasn't an offload, it was just a pure knock-on. But yeah, the Raiders just... Yeah, they kind of blew that chance there because it could have gone to a plus, more than a 2-score lead. As you're seeing here, the Raiders with 8 offloads. Warriors haven't gotten a single one. As Fisher Harris now inside of halfway for the third tackle. And that's the number 10 of Mitch Barnett. Getting past halfway now. Fourth tackle for the Warriors. Trying to spread it now to the right-hand side near Kore. Tried it there, doesn't work, bloody hell. You don't have a VPN by chance, because maybe if you could try to use a VPN, use an American network, KO Weeks with a great take. Hey Jesse, Lockie and I are watching the footy on the train back from Sydney. Hello Kiwi boy. And what up to Darius? It's fine to worry, it's okay. How come we can't see the game? It's due to copyright, unfortunately. Like, if I was able to, I should. If you're trying to look for the game, I'd suggest looking for someone streaming it on Twitch, Rumble, or Kick, because I think they should be able to. But yeah, it's if I showed the game, Peter V'landys would come in and just bang like that. Anyways, the Raiders now, fourth tackle just shy of halfway now, as we're 19 minutes gone in the opening match of the NRL season. They're spreading it now up the guts, and that is Tarpany, just shy of the 40. It's another offload. It's to the number 9 to Tom Starling. Now Horsburgh needs to hold on to the ball because he's almost losing it. 35 away from the try line now. Last tackle for the Raiders. Trying to get a short play of the ball, running down. Oh, it's a great offload. Get a kick across the side of the field. They've got the ball. Oh, and Sebastian Chris has lost it. Just a close chance there to potentially get a second try of the match. But yeah, it's definitely, you can say the Warriors, they're kind of on the back foot a lot in the last 10-15 minutes. It's been the Raiders putting all the pressure on them. Oh, Sebastian Chris. Oh, it's a great actual stop there. It was actually not a knock-on. It was Luke Metcalf coming in with the tackle and popping the ball out. So that's really good. Now the Warriors now, and we got the first substitution here for the Raiders as Smithies, Morgan Smithies comes on to replace Josh Papali'i. Smithies was originally meant to start, but there was a late change and forced Papali onto the lock position. Raiders keeping the Warriors at bay as that's Fisher Harris getting brought down on their own 30 for the third tackle. Warriors now trying to spread it up the guts. Brought down just shy on the 40 now for the fourth tackle. Warriors trying to see if they can break through the gap opening. But yeah, no line breaks really happening so far this match. 45 away from the try line now. Last tackle for the Warriors. It's a boot up by Harris Tavita to the right-hand side. And that's taken by Tamale. Onto the first tackle on the 10-meter line. But yeah, it's with the dimensions being smaller, it has caused teams to be more tighter, and it's definitely more so. We're not going to see that many line breaks. I mean, to be fair, I didn't watch any. Oh, the ball's popped out there by the Raiders. No, it's a penalty. Penalty to Canberra. Is that for a strip? But yeah, but Saviele Tamale, he's been definitely getting the ball. Yep, that's a strip there by the number 2, Tuapiki. But yeah, it's so yeah, Tamale, like they just said, it's only his second first grade game, but he's been playing quite well. He's been getting a lot of the ball, probably just to calm the nerves, so he just gets into a runner. Sebastian Chris takes a hit up from the penalty, and he's 25 metres away from the try line. Now they're spreading it more to the middle as the first tackle was on the far left-hand side, as Smithies gets his first hit up for the Raiders after coming off the bench. On the 20-metre line now for the second tackle. They're going to try to... They keep trying to go up the guts here. I think they're trying to bring the wings in so they can then attack to go out onto each side. Smithies now trying to get another hit up. It'll get brought down just 5 metres away from the try line now. Fourth tackle. Can the Raiders get more points? They're spreading it now to the right. Trying to find an opening. Weeks has gotten the ball, but it'll get wrapped. Oh, he's broken free from the wrap-up. Trying to find a gap, and he gets brought down on the 10-metre line. Last tackle here for the Raiders. Spreading it now to the left-hand side, sorry. Ethan Strange trying to get some fends off. He's still going, but he'll get wrapped up inside of the 10, and it will be a changeover here for the Warriors. So 17 minutes remaining in the first half. But yeah, it's been pretty interesting so far. Just going through some quick stats as the Warriors now get brought down inside of the 30 for the third tackle. As it looks like Dylan Walker's set to come on here for the Warriors. Possession at 65% in favour of the Raiders. Completion rate actually more so in favour of the Warriors, but in every single attacking set, apart from average set distance, in favour of the Raiders. And now last tackle kick there, just around halfway there for the Warriors. And it's going to be... Oh, good hit. Good safe take by Tuapiki on his opposite number. And here comes some ferociousness needed here by the Warriors because, yeah, Raiders have been coming in quite easily. As the Warriors chants come out, there's a fair amount of Warriors fans in Vegas. But just seeing here, in terms of defense for tackle efficiency, 94% tackle efficiency for Canberra, 75% for the Warriors. That is a pretty big stat. Now to number 12 there, Zach Hosking, just past the Raiders' 40-metre line now for the last tackle. And there's the last tackle kick. And the kick, should have let it go dead. And they'll get the ball out to Tuivasa Shek. He'll get brought down inside of the 30 for the first tackle for the Warriors on the far left-hand side. Spreading it now down to the middle, and that is the number 4 of Pompey. Getting brought down just shy of the 30 for the second tackle. But yeah, it looks like the Warriors really starting to get a bit tired here. As you see, Raiders just dominating possession, so the Warriors have been having to do a lot more defensive work. They're on halfway now for Dylan Walker for the fourth tackle. The Warriors just trying to find some space. Now 40 metres out from the try line now. Last tackle for the Warriors. It's a chip up in the air. Who's going to take it? And it's taken by K.O. Weeks. Ooh. And I'm probably trying to wrestle the ball out, but just not happening inside of the 20. And now I think we're going to start seeing the Raiders being a bit more conservative with their ball play. So we could start seeing the momentum shift for the Warriors to potentially tie the game up. Because, yeah, the Raiders are starting to get a bit tired as well. Horsburgh will get brought down. I guess he gets held up there, just shy of the 40, still inside of their own half here, the Raiders. Oh, there's Starling with the gap. He's gone on the run. He's looking for support. Is there support? He tries to go himself. He's still up on his feet. He's inside the 10. And, oh, Tom Starling. There was a player on his left-hand side, but I feel like there was a Warriors player right on him. So, here we go. Last tackle for the Raiders. Now, 5 metres away from the try line. They're spreading it to the right. It's a 2-on-1 right into the corner. And that's the number 5 of Xavier Savage. And the Raiders are now 10-0 up with a kick to come. What a play there by Tom Starling to just eat up metres. About 50 metres he just ate up there. And just spreading it out to the right-hand side and just getting Xavier Savage. And now the Raiders 10-0 up with a kick to come. Brilliant play there by Starling. Who was the Warriors player that got caught out? I think it was Jackson Ford, I believe. I think it was Jackson Ford who got caught out being slippy. Turning around, looking at, oh crap, there's Starling. And they're coming into the passing here as the number 6 of Ethan Strains lays it off to number 3 of Tomoko, who just cuts in Xavier Savage. And he gets the second try of the NRL season. It's good play there by Canberra. And the field, you're starting to see the field starting to open up. But yeah, the Warriors are starting to get quite tired. Xavier Savage, his 25th try of his NRL career. And this will be probably one of the most difficult kicks in this stadium. It'll be right on the sideline here for Jamal Fogarty for a chance to make this a 12-0 lead with 12 minutes remaining in the first half. Pretty much on the 25, as far on the sideline as, but it is not. That's the thing. It's an open. It's not. It's an enclosed stadium, as well as meant to say. Jamal Fogarty got the kick earlier, but this will be the hardest kick. Let's have a look from the sky cam. Fogarty steps up. And it's curled too early, so he's missed. So we'll remain 10-0 as we're now 12 minutes remaining in the opening match of the NRL season between the Canberra Raiders and the New Zealand Warriors. So yeah, I think that actually might be a decent play to actually, if you do want to watch NRL games for free, yeah, you just use a VPN and just use watchnrl.com, which is how Americans are able to watch all the games. So just use that, honestly. And there's the kickoff here by the Warriors. And honestly, I feel like the Warriors aren't too much out of it, but I think what they need to do is they need to hold off the Raiders from not scoring any more points this half. Getting points on the board as well for the Warriors as well will actually be very, very important, as Horsburgh takes a hit up and will get brought down inside of the 30 for the second tackle for the Raiders. Number 13 there, Smithies, gets just shy of the 30 now for the third tackle, as we're now 11.5 remaining in the first half. Yeah, but so far my sports bet's not going too well. I mean, there's only been 2 tries, but unfortunately, I do have the Warriors winning this game. Now going into the Ethan Strange, who gets brought down. And now the Raiders get spread. High boot up on the field. Maniana Apore, thank you for joining the fantasy. I just got the notification there. And the Warriors now get the first hit up now on the 20. Pretty interesting, actually, in terms of NRL Fantasy and Supercoach. My Supercoach is a team that is purely picked based off artificial intelligence, as Mariota comes on for Tarpany for the remainder of this first half. And my NRL Fantasy is just a Knights team. So, yeah. Third tackle now for the Warriors. As they'll just get up to the 40 now for the fourth. And yeah, I think the Warriors just haven't got enough fitness to do something on the attack, as they're spreading it now onto the far left-hand side here. As Tuivasa-Sheck gets the ball back, comes in to find anything. Might just stick to your video. Yeah, that's unfortunate, Luke. But yeah, if you do have a VPN by chance, maybe switch yourself to America and go to watch NRL.com. Oh, Warriors throwing the ball. That's a knock-on by the Raiders. Oh, hang on. It's a Warriors penalty here. They spread it all the way to the right-hand side and try to get a quick grubber kick going here. Oh, Harris Tavita got taken out right after the kick. Xavier Savage has come in. 45 EMS sign. Yeah. Oh, 49er sign. Yeah. Big up. Yeah. Thanks, mate. Okay, so yeah, actually, Xavier Savage come in and took out the leg of Harris Tavita, which can get you on the bin, but it's only a report. So the Warriors will have possession 20 meters out from the try line. So just like that, the Warriors now big chance of getting their first points on the board, and honestly, they kind of need it because their fitness have not been great so far. Sorry, do you go for them? I go for them too. Yeah, I support them. It's bit of a rough year this year, but hopefully we can improve and make the playoffs again. It's been a decent time. 6 again now for the Warriors now, so this will be the first tackle, 5 meters out. The Warriors now spreading it to the left-hand side. Pompey to RTS, but RTS again just getting bumped off, and he gets brought down inside of the 10 now on the left-hand side. And now the Warriors spreading it now to the left-hand side. There is a big gap if they can try to capitalise it, but the Raiders tracking back is really good so far this match. Third tackle, 15 metres out now on the right-hand side now for the Warriors. They'll spread it now to the centre. It's the Warriors again, 15 out, but they're more central now for the fourth tackle. They'll spread it to the left-hand side now. 3-on-2, interception! And the Raiders are through. Xavier Savage are on the run, but there's Warriors coming in miles away, but I don't think they're going to catch him. And Xavier Savage gets a double and completely puts the game on the opposite end of his head. What an absolute interception. That's the excitement that rugby league brings to you Americans. I'm going to go play with my dogs. No, it's okay. It was all good, look. You haven't annoyed me at all. You haven't annoyed me at all in the slightest. Don't worry, mate. But there we go. Just trying to get a pass off. Metcalf trying to get a pass off to RTS. And Xavier Savage was like, thank you very much. And he just runs all the way to the house. A pick 6, possibly, if they get the conversion. But yeah, that is definitely, in terms of momentum, that is just absolutely bollocked them in the head, the Warriors. But just Xavier Savage, oh boy, 2 tries, and it's now 14-0 with a kick to come. Second career double there for Xavier Savage as we look at our currently place your bets. Yeah, it's not going well, is it? It's a bonus bet anyway, so it's not the worst thing. At least we got a clip there. We got a clip, ladies and gentlemen. We officially have a clip that can be used as a short if the NRL doesn't want to be a little cheeky bugger and try to take it down. Jamal Fogarty there, obviously missing the kick from the sideline, but this is more inward, so this should be a bit of an easier kick as we're now on the 20-metre line. So this to make it a 16-0 lead to the Raiders, leading into halftime. And just to say, after this game, this stream will immediately redirect to the next game, which is the Women's International between Australia and England, and the kick is successful. It is now 16-0 to the Raiders. And then obviously after that stream, we then redirect that one to the Penrith Panthers and the Cronulla Sharks to close out NRL in Las Vegas. But there you go, Xavier Savage, man. Whew. Great interception. It's what you want. But yeah, Xavier Savage, I mean, he's going to be... They said in the preseason, this is going to be a big player for the Raiders to step up this year. And he's got a brace already. And now we've got the kickoff here by the Warriors. I'm going to kick right again, so Josh Papali'i is taken off the field, I believe. So it'd be Smithies who'd take the hit up. No, it's not. It's the number 17 of Ata Mariota getting the first setup inside of the 10 now. So essentially now in the last 6.5 minutes, the Warriors have to score. And in genuine honesty, if the Raiders score again, honestly, yeah, put your fork in it. It's done. But yeah, the Warriors definitely need to find something. They're holding off the Raiders now. It's only on their 20 for the third tackle. And they're trying to find a gap. But now the Raiders, that's Smithies now being held up inside of the 40 for the fourth tackle. We've now just over 6 minutes remaining in the first half. So the number 11, Hudson Young, I think he's just shy of halfway here. Just saying right now, 1 missed tackle for Canberra, 21 missed tackles for the Warriors. That right there can just explain about what kind of battle the Warriors have been playing so far in this first half. As Warriors now have the ball, first tackle on the 20. But yeah, they have to score. The Warriors. For me, for momentum going into the sheds, at least cutting it down to potentially a 10-point deficit will be a lot better. Now Dylan Walker now with the ball gets a fling off. As Warriors get brought down on their own 40 for the third tackle. 5.5 now remaining in the first half. They're going for a 40-20 here. It's behind the 40. It's racing, but it's not going to go near the sideline. So unfortunately, the Raiders will get the ball as KO Weeks gets brought down on the 10. On the 20, sorry, for the first tackle. But yeah, the Warriors are absolutely buggered. Oh, the ball's popped out here. And it's going to be a penalty for the Warriors. Okay, this is a big chance here. I believe it was an offside call against Canberra. 30 meters away from the try line here. The Warriors have to score. This is like, they need to capitalize on this opportunity. They need to. They just have to. So the kick has gone into touch, so 20 meters out now. So 20 meters out. Full set of 6 here for the Warriors. So number 13 of Aaron Clark gets brought down 15 away from the try line. They'll spread it now to the left. Jackson Ford now crosses past the 10-meter line now. Second tackle for the Warriors. They're trying to go up the guts here. Now they're flinging it off to the right. And they spread it back now. Walker still has it. They've gone for a switch now, but there's no space. Ooh, Harris DeVita avoiding being dropped on his head there. Third tackle, 10 meters out. Warriors now going the short side. Walker. Bit of a waste of a tackle there. Fourth tackle now for the Warriors. Gives it off to Clark. Clark trying to find his space, and he's brought down about 3 meters short of the line here. Last tackle for the Warriors. They'll fling it out to the left. They've got space. Pompey. That's knocked down by the Raiders. But the Warriors have the ball here. It's a one-on-one strip. So it's a set restart. We've got our first one-on-one strip of the season. Let's go, boys. Harris DeVita getting brought down inside of the 10 on the far left-hand side. Now RTS. RTS trying to find space, but he gets brought down on the 10-meter line, now central of the field. And the Warriors again now going to the left-hand side. Pompey gets the pass off, and Kurt Capewell scores. And boy, the Warriors needed that one. The Warriors needed a score there, and they finally capitalise. And it's Kurt Capewell who scores. 16-4, the kick to come with about 2 minutes 40 remaining in the half. If only Tuivasa-Sheck didn't go on that run, he could have probably gotten that try there. Honestly, yeah, Pompey could have made that. Pompey, be selfish, lad. There we go, Warriors getting their first try. Pompey getting the pass off to Kurt Capewell. There we go, Warriors needed that. So So now a conversion attempt here from the sideline is going to be... It's near the sideline, so it's going to be quite interesting to see who's going to take it. It'd be... Would it be Metcalf who takes it? So Kurt Capel gets his 32nd try of his career. He was kind of filling in roughly in the position he was at with the not New Zealand, with Queensland. Yeah, that one, so that's pretty good. Here we go. Luke Metcalf now. Another difficult kick here, but again, no wind because it is an enclosed arena. 71% from goal kicking. He's only 10 from 14, so he hasn't kicked that much, but oh God, he looks young. And this to make it a 10-point game with 90 seconds remaining in the first half. And he's kicked it, and it's not curled at all. So it remains 16-4 with about 90 seconds remaining. So the question is, can the Warriors go field to field and possibly get another try before the end of the first half? But I mean, they've gotten points on the board now. It's now a lot better, and they've hopefully just score again. I see someone with a combined Oakland Raiders and Parramatta Eels flag. God, I feel sorry for them. Did I just say Oakland as well? Should have stayed in Oakland. Anyways, now the Warriors will have a full set of 6, and that honestly should be about it for the first half. As the Warriors now... Oh! 1-on-1 strip by Hudson Young, the local Hunter boy with the 1-on-1 strip in Canberra. All of a sudden now have complete momentum now. Full set of 6, 10 metres out. And it's a rocket Fisher. Oh, the Warriors are... Oh, the Warriors have knocked it on. Oh, the Warriors could have broken through as well, but then there was a knock on. I think there was a... we need to figure out what the hell happened. So, 1-on-1 strip there by Hudson Young. He's from the Hunter. He knows how to steal. I'm from there, I can say it. But then, later after the tackle, it gets spread out. Knock on by Fergie, so it's a double knock on. So, the Warriors will get a scrum on their 20. 44 seconds remaining. Can they go across the field? Tuivasa-Sheck gets brought in inside of the 30 for the first tackle. 35 seconds remaining. Now the Warriors trying to find any gap they can. Just shy of the 40 now for the third tackle. 20 seconds remaining. Trying to go up the middle. Just take one more hit up and then just go bonkers. Last tackle. Oh, fourth tackle, sorry, but this will be the last play of the game of the first half. Trying to get an offload off. They've still got it. Walker goes for a kick and chase. And Xavier Savage picks up the kick. And that will be the end of the first half as the Canberra Raiders lead 16-4. But yeah, it was very important there the Warriors got that try there because they were kind of a bit all over the shop in all honesty. Yeah, Xavier Savage with the assist. But yeah, just to get through specifically on certain aspects of what's happened in the first half. These are all the in the stats and conversion. Interestingly, Canberra have had the lesser of the completion rate. They're 16 of 23 for 69%. Nice. And the New Zealand Warriors are 14 of 18 for 77%. Who the hell are you in this suit? Oh, Joe Maguire. Okay, yeah, he's Ohio State Buckeyes punter who obviously just won the national championship in college football. I mean, to be fair, the amount of Australian punters there are in national football, in American football, college, and in the NFL is quite ridiculous. So in terms of attack, let's have a look. Canberra have had more runs. Canberra have had almost 200 more run meters, have more than 40 post-contact meters, 3 more line breaks. And this is a big one. tackle breaks. Canberra have 32, the Warriors 13. The only stat the Warriors in attack have more than the Raiders is actually average set distance, which is kind of nuts. I'm just trying to think of it as well. Yeah, but this is a big one. Of the tackles made, in terms of percentage of effective tackle, 90% for the Raiders, 76% for the Warriors. Ineffective tackles, 21 for the Warriors. Missed tackles, 32 for the Warriors. That's kind of been a bit of the... It's kind of been one of the big factors as to why it's not been going too well for the Warriors, but they did end up getting the try. So I'm quickly just going to go get a drink, and we'll be back for the for halftime. So I'll be back very quickly. So just stare at the wall. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. A bit of the agua. Water do be needed, unfortunately, for these long streams. But yeah, it's been pretty interesting to say the very least of just certain aspects. But yeah, 16-4. It's not exactly going that well there for the Warriors, to say the very least. But I mean, that's going to be an important factor. Is them getting that try is very important. But I guess they're doing better, which is... It is an important factor. But yeah, it's I mean, we're getting there, I suppose. So just going to show you these stats, because I mean they definitely have to be discussed, especially when it comes to like the defense, because yeah, that's quite big in terms of missed and ineffective tackles, and this has been killing the Warriors this game. It's been really quite bad, but they got over the line. They got the try they needed, so it's not the worst situation. In terms of this, none of them has hit. Two of us, Shek hasn't scored, Pompey hasn't scored, Weeks hasn't scored, and the Warriors are losing. So yeah, it's going to... I mean, it's only bonus bets, so it doesn't really matter too much. Who else actually has a multi going on? Because I know they gave out a lot of bonus bets for sports bets. So yeah, if anybody have got some multis, just let us know and see how you're going with them. What was... a New Zealand rapper, Savage. Personally, I'm not familiar with him because skin color, but he seems cool. But yeah, it's a very exciting game. But yeah, Sebastian Chris getting the first try, and then Savage double, and then Kurt Capel right near the end of the half. It's very important that they got that. I think I just saw. Trying to think of but yeah, it's a pretty interesting type of thing, I suppose. You know, just not trying to get anything done. It's very hard there for the Warriors. Just trying to think about what to say. Really, I'm just kind of looking in terms of like the back end of certain stuff. See you don't with the rub. Because I did just get a notification. I swear I got a comment from somewhere just recently. I just wanted to have a look at it. But yeah, so just in the back end, it's a bit of a boring type of person. Oh, Peter Volandis. Where's Trump, mate? Oh, where's your mate? Where's old Donny? Well, congratulations, Peter Volandis, for just showing your age. It's like he just he's talking about, because obviously the rapper Savage is performing. He's like, oh, I don't know about this long job. I don't know about this hip hop stuff, and it's like, how to show you're out of touch, you greasy fuck. Oh, mate, Mr. President. Oh God, he annoys me. Humble. Braith. He's an orange bloke wanting to blow him. But yeah, it's very exciting. Thank you all very much for joining, guys, for this stream. Obviously, we're still in the half, so we've got a couple of minutes until the start of the NRL second half between the Raiders and the Warriors. But yeah, obviously after this stream, we will redirect to be watching the international match between Australia and England in the Women's Rugby League. It should be really exciting to see how they go. Got a couple of Newcastle players in there. With trying to think of specifically who else is there. Georgia Roach playing for England in the halves. You got Yasmin Clydesdale and Livy Higgins. So that should be a very exciting match. And then obviously that will transfer over to the Penrith Warriors game. So. Yep. But yeah, I think the Warriors need to score first. If we want to get back into this, they need to score again to begin the half. Because it is kind of needed at this point for the Raiders. We're only a couple of minutes away from the half though. Just look at the sub count, right? 2,141 subs. That's kind of nuts, to be fair. It's a bit mental, but yeah, we're getting there. I'm a swerve in the quarter war. I think I just lost my copyright thing. But yeah, obviously, yeah, don't really know what to say, really, but we really need Pompey and Sheck to come in. And we need a Warriors comeback and anything for this bet to come through. Which, will it happen? It's not looking likely at this point. But we're just waiting now for the start of the second half. We shouldn't be too far away. Once this ad break finishes, we actually will be there. But the stream seems to be looking okay. There was a little bit of issues at the beginning, but I mean, it's been working, I believe, somewhat. Just been keeping an eye on the CPU stats, so. God, this has just been like about 10-15 minutes of absolute waffle. Because I actually don't know. I need to have something planned specifically for halftime. Because it's just, it's not been, yeah, it's not been worthwhile, essentially. But yeah, stream health seems okay. It's been excellent condition. Doesn't seem to be anything too wrong happening. How many people are streaming this? I actually want to have a look. Just specifically, just on how many people are streaming right now for this. There'd be a couple. I think there'd be like Hainsey, Wasted World. I know BKR is over in America. Raiders versus Warriors. Let's have a look. I accidentally put numlock on. Let's have a quick peek. Yeah, you got a couple of people, to be fair. No, that's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting as well. Yeah, I just realised, yeah, you haven't been able to watch that at all, so yeah, I'm just making complete and utter bollocks. But yeah, we seem to be pretty close now to the start of the second half, so at least I can actually be somewhat not annoying and trying to just completely fill up and waste time. So there you go, Las Vegas, we're getting there. All the people there in Vegas now getting ready. Just getting ready there for the Warriors second half against the Raiders. Obviously, in terms of like the poll, majority of them were in favour of the Warriors. Oh, there's been a proposal in the crowd. I was about to say, yeah, mate, go down. Did he just do a mana wave while going down on one knee? But there we go. Here we kick off, and we are underway now for the second half. There's been no warning to that, but we are now back as the Warriors take up the first hit up. Warriors now onto the 20 for the first tackle. As that's Jackson 4. He's been pretty good since being a late change onto the first half. Getting past the 20-metre line now for the second tackle. Passing it down the line as you've got the Warriors now trying to find a gap. But yeah, they definitely need like something pretty big. But yeah, the Raiders and the Warriors now on halfway now for the last tackle. And Metcalf with the boot. A bit up to the into the middle as KO Weeks takes the ball. As he will get brought down inside of the 30 for the first tackle. Oh, and almost a breakthrough run here for the Xavier Savage, who's been probably been player of the match so far, definitely. And now they're just trying to get at the guts here. Smithies will get wrapped up on the Warriors 40 now, so 40 metres out on their third tackle. Trying to get up the guts here as that's Hudson Young. He'll be wrapped up 30 metres away from the try line now. Fourth tackle for the Raiders. Raiders were spreading out to the left and just trying to find a gap. There's a big gap there in the middle. He should have gone for it. More break tackles here from the Warriors. It's not going well. Last tackle now for Canberra, 20 metres out. They will spread it now to the right-hand side. Good bit of flat ball there, but they can't get an offload off. And it'll be a changeover now for the Warriors. So now we've got the Warriors now trying to get some momentum now in the field. As we're just getting up past the 30 now for the third tackle. So yeah, it's been pretty... I think Canberra will be happy just making the defensive effort here. Warriors are trying to get past halfway now, and they'll get just shy of the 50, the number 9 here, of Egan, and he gets a big bit of meters now, 35 meters away from the try line. Last tackle. Could the Warriors do something here? High boot up in the air for Metcalf. Warriors are chasing. Oh, I think it's gone backwards. But the Warriors, and it's going to be a knock-on by the Warriors. So Canberra will get the ball inside the 10. But I mean, the Warriors are definitely trying now. They're getting there. Was that a knock-on by... Yeah, Canberra now with the ball inside of the 10. And they'll take the first hit up and get brought down inside of the 20 for the first tackle, as that is Tamale brought down, and the... Aaron Clark getting a warning from the referee. Canberra now spreading it now to the right, but it'll get held up then. It's Savage, just shy of the 20 now for the third tackle. And Canberra just going up the guts. They're just taking their time, in all honesty. I think now this is actually the third tackle. But they're still going to keep going here as Cole Mitchell. Welcome to the Fantasy League. Hope you go well, mate. Now, the Raiders now on the 40 now for the fourth tackle. And it looks like Xavier Savage is in a bit of a bind at the moment. He's got a bit of a niggle. Now, the Raiders, again, with their offloads. They're still getting offloads. Fogarty getting the ball and he'll get brought down 45 metres away from the try line. And this will be the last tackle kick for the Raiders. Oh, Nicole Clockstead gets taken out. And Canberra have scored. Is that going to count as a try? I'm confused here. They're going to have a check at this because... Oh, I don't know. Nicole Clockstead has appeared to have lost the ball, but Chris has come into like... A Raiders player's come into charge. I don't know if it's tackled without the ball or anything, but yeah, Sebastian Chris has picked up the ball and scored. So all the kickers are onside here, so there could be a chance here the Raiders could extend their lead. Okay, let's have a look. Ball's been booted up in the air. Everyone's on side. Nicole Clockstead. He drops it. I don't think it doesn't make contact with Nicole Clockstead to force the ball. So Nicole Clockstead's lost the ball, but it depends on if Hudson Young's arm touched it, but I don't think it has. So by the way it looks, this could be a try to Sebastian Chris and he for a double. Into the leg of Hudson Young, and yep, Sebastian Chris runs for the ball. And now they're just making sure to look that Sebastian Chris is onside in relation to the incident. Yep, he's onside. Yep. Sebastian Chris is onside. He just needs to pick it up and plant the ball down. And just like that, the Canberra Raiders have scored right under the black dot, and that's not what the Warriors wanted as the Raiders get the first try. They're just waiting for the official common thing to go for the try. And it is. It's 20-4 with the kick to come, but the kick's going to be right in front, and it's going to be 22 points to 4, and that's something the Warriors definitely did not want. So there you go, Sebastian Chris with a brace. A brace for the right for the 4 and 5 here for the Raiders. But yeah, there was no touch there by Hudson Young, and it went up as no try, so they had to look for evidence to try to overturn it, and there was evidence. They did well. So yeah, fair play to them. Good game here by Sebastian Chris. It's definitely been a good thing so far here. And this will be a kick from right in front, and this should be 22 points to 4. There you go. Who would have thought? I just realised I should probably have the back image as something a bit more Vegas-y. I can't. No. I was going to have it a bit more Vegas-y as KO is now stopped. There you go. Camera must have messed up there. On the stream there, Ricky Stewart there. So 5.5 gone. The Raiders now have an 18-point lead. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Because in terms of the Canberra were the underdogs in this, and like even in the poll earlier in the match when we sorry for hitting that. Looking back up, yeah, 68% went in favour of the Warriors. So second tackle now for the Raiders. They're inside of the 30 as Papali gets a hit up inside of the 40 for the third tackle. And they'll spread it now to the right-hand side. Fogarty gets wrapped up just past the 40 now for the fourth tackle. Canberra just trying to find another gap here to put even more hurt on the Warriors. And it's a high boot here by Canberra. It's going to go right to the 10 of the Tuapiki. Now, just absolutely gets munched there by Smithies. And it's going to be a first tackle for the Warriors inside of the 20. But you're just seeing, especially how quick the Warriors are being immediately met by the Raiders coming off for the tackle. The Raiders have definitely got the more stamina. They've got the more going forward. It's definitely been more so the Raiders having the momentum. And I mean, with the amount of defense the Warriors had to do in the first half, it's definitely starting to catch up as fourth tackle. They haven't got past the 40. They're going for a 40-20 kick here. Bounce won't work in their favour as that's going to be picked up by KO Weeks. Inside the 20 now for the first tackle for the Raiders. To the number 2 there, Tamale, getting brought down just shy of the 30 for the second tackle. And it's just not going well here for the Raiders. It's not going well for the Warriors, sorry. The Raiders, they're going brilliantly. What am I on about? But yeah, the Warriors just not going well at the moment. But yeah, so now the Warriors keeping the Raiders in at half for the fourth tackle. It's number 17 there of Mariota. Gets brought down 45 away from the try line now, and this will be the last tackle for the Canberra Raiders. Spreading it down to the short right-hand side, a little bit of a chip kick up, and it's going to be taken. Almost a breakthrough run there from the Warriors. I believe that was the Cole Clockstad. Gets brought down just shy of the 30 for the first tackle, but yeah, the Warriors need something. As Pompey gets brought down again on the 30, but this time further, more central to the field. But here we go, Warriors trying to barge over, and they get brought down on their own 40 for the third tackle. Now to the number 3 is Leia Tower, getting past halfway now for the fourth tackle. Just the Warriors need some sort of creative spark to get themselves back into this game. And there's Aaron Clark, gets an offload off. Warriors are now starting to get a bit creative here with their offloads. As Metcalf gets brought down 35 metres away from the try line. Now last tackle for the Warriors. High kick to the right. There's going to be people going for it. Battered back by Tuivasa-Sheck. It's still last tackle for the Warriors. There's a bit of space here. Can they find something? They've kicked. There's pressure. And Canberra have had to bat it back for a goal line dropout. So there we go. That is something that could help the Warriors there. And now they go for a short kick, which I think is game's gone. Very close there for the Warriors. And here's the short drop kick coming up here for the Raiders. No, they're not. They just drilled it. Fair play. And now Jackson Ford will take the first hit up for the new set and will get brought down on the Raiders 40 for the first tackle. And a set restart here now for the Warriors for a ruck infringement. So the first tackle will now be on the 30 for the Warriors. So this is a chance definitely here for New Zealand to try to get some points back on the board. Tuivasa-Sheck gets brought down 25 away from the try line now. Second tackle. Warriors spreading it now to their right. Oh, it's a bit of a dangerous ball there. But 10 metres out now. Last tackle. No, third tackle for the Warriors, sorry. Trying to spread it now into the middle. They're heading it down to the left-hand side. They've gone for a grubber kick to Tuivasa-Sheck. And I believe he's grounded it. But he's not looking confident. Yeah, he didn't look confident coming up there. So they're going to check it. It was a good grubber kick. You had Pompey and Tuivasa-Sheck coming in for that. Aristevita with the kick. But let's see. Did Tuivasa-Sheck get the ball down? That's hard to tell. Is it? Does he get it down? No. Unfortunately, he's just missed it. Didn't get enough of it, so it'll be a Canberra ball. But that was a very good chance there for the Warriors. I mean, it would have been good. So Canberra will have the ball now on their 10. Would it be for a 7-tackle set? Because it's was a knock on? No, it's a 20-minute restart, so it would be a 7-tackle set regardless. Oh, that's a forward pass. Penalty to Canberra. So now penalty to Canberra immediately from the 20-minute restart. So good luck to both teams, but up the wires all there. Cheers. It's they need something. The Warriors at the moment. It's just a bit. Hasn't been the greatest of matches, to say the very least, as Tomoko now gets the ball wrapped up on halfway for the first tackle. But now the Raiders trying to get up the guts. It's Tarpany. 40 metres away from the try line now for the second tackle. Not today, but whoever wins, we still have won. Definitely, yeah, football's the real winner in terms of like the league, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's what I'm picking up. But yeah, number 13, Morgan Smithy's now getting brought down. Fourth tackle, 20 metres away from the try line now. Can the Raiders put more pain on? Raiders spreading it out to the right-hand side. Oh, there's a massive gap if you run through it, lad. And just like that, does he get it down? Tuivasa-Sheck's come in to make the tackle, but it might be held up football. I thought it was NRL, or maybe it's the same but different country. Oh, yeah. Yeah, rugby league is the real winner. What side are you watching it on? I'm just watching it on KO, but yeah, I know there's been a lot of problems for other people trying to watch it on other things. Is there an obstruction? Yep. Hoskins made an obstruction, so it's going to be a penalty to the Warriors anyway. Then causes the space, unfortunately, there for Savage. No, it's not Savage, it was Tomoko trying to get a brace, so it's going to be penalty to the Warriors as we're now less than 28 minutes remaining now in the match. But can the Warriors get back into it? Yeah, I went to try it, but it wasn't loading. It's okay. Have a good day. You too, mate. But here we go. Penalty now for the Warriors. So it's a high boot, and it'll be placed on the Warriors 40. So they need to draw a penalty or something to try to get even better field position to get them back in this game, because they're only down by 18 points, which is 3 converted tries, and there's 27.5 minutes remaining. It's definitely doable. Like, it's definitely, you can make something of it. Big up the guts there for the Warriors, but they've only made about 20 metres onto the third tackle. They're inside of the Raiders half butt, as Harris Tavita gets wrapped up on the Raiders 30 now for the 4th tackle. Now the Warriors trying to spread it now to the right. Flat ball, knock on. There was a flat ball there by Metcalf and almost a one-on-one strip there. But yeah, Raiders now getting it on the 0 tackle inside of the 30. And it's kind of been the tail of the tape here for the Warriors this match, as Canberra have done really well. Generally think if the Raiders score the next try, I think it's kind of safe to say it'd be all over. Just of how dominant the Raiders have been. Especially in terms of, like, if you look at the defensive stats that the Warriors have had, it's not been great. Now, Tarpany now, 35 metres away from the try line now. 4th tackle for the Raiders. Starling will try to find space, almost breaking a gap there. 25 metres out now. Last tackle for Canberra. They'll spread it to the right. High boot. That's batted backwards there by the Raiders. And the Warriors have picked it up inside of the 20. And play on, so the Warriors will get possession. But again, 80 metres away. And our second tackle, and it's the exact same position they were already in. Oh, hang on, hold on. There's a Canberra player that looks like he's down. No, it's a Warriors player down. It's the number 2 of Tane Tuapiki. Seems to be hurt. Oh, he's up. Fair play. But now the Warriors trying to break through the line. Now, this is only the 3rd tackle, and they've only gone 5 metres. Just showing how good Canberra have been in preparation for this match. Barnett getting brought down just shy of the 40. And Warriors trying to go up the guts here. Trying to draw an offside penalty, but hasn't worked. So last tackle right around halfway. High boot there, Metcalf, and it's going to go to the left-hand side, as will be taken by Tamale, and it will be brought down inside of the on the 30-metre line for the first tackle. 25 minutes now remaining in this matchup. But yeah, it's just not good here for the Warriors. But yeah, generally just seeing one more try for the Raiders here. Oh, it's a pass down the line. And it's Tomoko who's through. Can he find support? He was just go himself. Expecting the pass there from the fullback Nicole Clockstad, and Matthew Tomoko has just run through essentially untouched. And it will be now 26-4 to the Canberra Raiders. And honestly, by the way things are going, I think you can just start deciding to call it, because it's just the Warriors have just not been it in this match at all. Big fling out there to Tomoko. And Nicole Clockstead comes in to try to get the pass, but he just doesn't have enough legs on him. And Tomoko backs himself and just runs through. And it is another try for the Canberra Raiders. And I think it's safe to say that my bet's gone out the window unless the Warriors make one of the best comebacks in NRL Vegas history. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like it at this stage. There you go. 2 tries to Xavier Savage, 2 tries to Sebastian Chris, and now a try to Matthew Tomoko. That's what you want. If you're a Canberra fan, obviously. And so now we're going to be waiting now. Jamal Fogarty now. This to make it 4 from 5 for the day. And it should be one of the easier kicks he's had to make today. This to make it 28 points to 4. And he's drilled it. And it's now starting to look a bit nasty. It's just unfortunate for the Warriors as well. Yeah, I didn't see this happening at all. But yeah, just for the Warriors, like, what do you do? 24, and here's the kickoff here by the Warriors to restart the game as we're now just under 23 minutes remaining in this matchup. As Papali runs straight into Mitch Barnett, and Papali gets brought down just about forward on the 10-metre line for the first tackle. As the camera cuts away from the MGM pyramid, as Smithies gets brought down just shy of the 40. Bit of a wasted set this has kind of been from Canberra, as they just passed the 40 now for the fourth tackle. And now Canberra gets past halfway now. That's the number 11 of Hudson Young. Now 45 metres away from the try line now for the last tackle. It's a high kick here by Canberra. And Tuivasa-Sheck claims it. And it'll be brought down on the 20-metre line for the first tackle. But yeah, the Warrior, you got to give credit here to the Canberra defence. It's definitely been a very important factor for winning this match. I'm already speaking a bit ahead of myself, but I mean, like, it's just nothing being shown here by the Warriors. It's going to indicate that they're going to change this thing, because it's just the Raiders have been too good at shutting them down. So now the Warriors now trying to find a gap. I think the English Rugby League fans are doing chants because they're amusing themselves, which is fair play. As Canberra take the ball on the 10 from the Warriors' last cycle kick. It's another line break here, and the Warriors could be in more trouble here. Canberra still going, and they'll get wrapped up. Oh, it's a one-on-one strip, is it? Yep. Nicole Clocks there with a one-on-one strip, and we get the ball on the 30, because that would have been an absolute capitulation there by the Warriors. Unfortunately there for the Raiders, but I believe it was Tamalo running about 70 metres, but unfortunately losing the ball on a one-on-one strip. But now the Warriors now, can they just find something? Fourth tackle, they still are not past halfway. Only going only about 15 metres so far this full set. They're already on the fourth tackle. But a set restart now for the Warriors could do something. As that's the number 3 of Leila Tower. Brought down just on halfway now for the first tackles. We're about to enter the final 20 minutes of the match. If the Warriors can do anything, they need to do it soon. So third tackle now for the Warriors. 30 metres out. Down to the left-hand side. Trying to get a bit of spreading here. Pompey trying to get through, and he's lost it because he's gone for the offload. And Canberra prevent another chance for the Warriors. It's been the story of the match. Any type of chance that the... why would you... I don't know why Pompey tried to do the offload there. He's still on the third tackle. So now just over 19 minutes now remaining as we get another shot of the Las Vegas skyline. Danjin and with the Cessnock call out. I think there's a lot of places I'd rather be than Cessnock, to be completely honest. Gotta love the Hunter, but Cessnock's a little bit dodge, to say the very least. Now, the second tackle here for the Raiders as we're inside of the 30. I just have a gut feeling this is just going to be just boring. It's just like the Raiders just going to close out the game. But yeah, the Raiders again now fourth tackle, and they're still inside of the of their own 40. But they can just do it. They're 24 points ahead. Now Papali gets brought down just shy of halfway now. And he pushed away for the last tackle kick. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck takes it inside of the 10. And he'll get wrapped up on the 10-metre line. And now the Warriors just, they need something, if anything. Just at least getting some points on the board. I mean, I feel like at this point now, just under 18 minutes left, the game's kind of gone for them, as that is the number 3 there of Leotawa. Been brought down with the third tackle on the 30-metre line, Barnett. Now with the ball just shy of the 40 for the fourth tackle. Fisher-Harris up the gut. Oh, almost a line break there. But again, even their potential line breaks get stopped down by the Raiders. There's the last tackle kick by Metcalf. And it's going to be taken by KO Weeks inside of the 20. Brought down inside of the 20 now for the first tackle. It's just... again, just what can you do? But yeah, the Raiders just needing to play out the rest of the game here. So that's number 5 is Xavier Savage. Getting brought down for the third tackle inside of the 40. As the Raiders now try to spread it now, just doing one-upmans. But it's going to be a knock-on here, so... Warriors will get possession now, 45 away from the try line if they could at least just get another try. Which, gosh, they've needed. It's not been great so far. Let's try and have a look quickly. But yeah, the Warriors now trying to spread it down to the right-hand side, and they get brought down 35 metres away from the try line for the first tackle. And the Warriors now still trying to get through. They're getting some uploads in now. The ball's gone back to the 40. But there is a penalty being called. Penalty to the Warriors. So hang on. So hold on. So Joseph Tarpany has just collided in a bit of a shoulder charge there by Mitch Barnett, which is bringing up the penalty. But they've just said, oh, it's something that's not allowed in the game. But what do they do to advertise it to Americans? They use shoulder charges to advertise the physicality. It's like, oh yeah, but it's not allowed. It'd be like the NHL promoting fighting, and they're just not allowed to. Oh. Okay, this is interesting. Joseph Tarpany for the shoulder charge has just been put into the bin, even though Americans would be like, wait, what? Well, they just advertised all of that. But here we go. Okay, so now the Warriors will be playing with a man advantage until about 5 minutes left in the game. But yeah, here we go. It could be the chance the Warriors could try to somehow make a miraculous comeback. But here we go. 15 metres out now, the Warriors. The full set says they have to score off this set. Now it's to the number 8 here of Fisher Harris on the 10-metre line. I don't think Fisher Harris has been involved that much in this match, in all honesty. Barnett now trying to go up the guts now. 5 metres away from the try line. Second tackle. Now the Warriors trying to break over the line here. It's again 5 minutes short there. That's Capewell for the third tackle. Warriors trying to go to the right-hand side. Trying to find some space. As Leo Tower just being short now. Fourth tackle now. Clockstad trying to go himself and he'll get held up. Here we go. Last tackle here for the Warriors. Can they just get something? They try to go short. And the ball ends up being bobbled. And the Raiders get it. That's just been, unfortunately for the Warriors, that's just been the story of the match. But yeah, the Raiders now just... Oh, Dylan Walker clutching his wrist here. It's not looking good. He's gone right. It's gone right there. He might have dislocated his thumb, maybe. But yeah, it's really interesting to see what does end up actually happening here. $14 minutes now to go. The Raiders still being held up. I mean, they've got the man disadvantage. The Warriors have to come forward here if they just want any shot at this. So now the Raiders now will take just the last tackle hit. Smithies gets wrapped up on the 30. Bit of a high shot there by Fisher Harris. Doesn't get called. Last tackle kick there by the Raiders. Taken on the 20 by Tuivasa-Sheck. And he'll take himself and he'll get brought down inside of the 40 for the first tackle. So can the Warriors get more points on the board? Big lift and dump there. Even the Warriors, this is not the Warriors. All of their forwards and their players are walking slowly back, and they've got a man advantage. It's just not going to offer them. Barnett trying to break through, and he'll get brought down just 30 metres away from the try line now for the fourth tackle. Warriors now trying to go to the right. Pompey gets off to the number 16 of Dimitri Valmalga. Warriors trying to find, and they've lost it. Yep, pretty much that just sums up how it's been for the Warriors, just not being able to take their opportunities and just kind of getting in their own way, unfortunately. So now the Raiders now, first tackle now on the 20-metre line, and they just got to close this game out. It's still 12.5 minutes remaining. And the time has stopped. There's a little bit of a stretch going on here for Xavier Savage. Just getting to the ball. They're going to spread it out to the left now, Canberra. To the number 11 of Hudson Young. Canberra just trying to dominating at the moment. And a quick play now coming in from the Raiders. Fogarty pass, and it's an interception there by the Warriors on the 40. Therefore, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, with Tarvany still 6 minutes away from returning to the game. But yeah, generally the Raiders have been playing, especially in like this last couple of minutes, they've been playing like they've got the man advantage. But now the Raiders now keep trying to just hold the Warriors back now. As that's with Valmalga, 30 metres away from the try line now. Fourth tackle for the Warriors. He'll try to spread it now to the left-hand side as Barnett takes a flat ball. It'll get brought down 20 metres away from the try line now for the last tackle. And they're going to go down the short-hand side now. The Warriors, that's Pompey getting past now. They're going to flick it back now to the middle. There's a chance here for the Warriors if they spread it. And Fisher Harris loses it. And Sebastian Chris runs away into the 20. And once again, the Raiders with a man down, not allowing the Warriors to get anything. And now there's been an error in the ruck here by the Raiders. So now it's going to be a scrum feed to the Warriors, 15 metres away from the try line. So you'd have to think surely the Warriors score off this set. Because this has just been not great, to say the least. Here we go, Tarpany, still 4.5 minutes away from coming back onto the field. 15 metres out now from the scrum for the Warriors. And penalty for the Warriors for Canberra not setting the scrum. Go for the 2. Just go for the 2. Warriors go for the 2. Nope, they're going to go for the try. 15 out. As Fisher Harris takes the first hit up. And he gets brought down 5 metres away from the try line now for the first tackle. Vermalga trying to go under the post, but he gets wrapped up again. About 3 metres away from the try line now. Second tackle. Warriors will go to their right. And they've got a space on the wing. Trying to get a step going, but yet Tuapiki gets held up 5 metres short of the line now. Third tackle for the Warriors. And it's a penalty again now to the Warriors. As we've now got 9 minutes remaining in this, the opening match of the 2025 NRL season. Now the Warriors, from the first tackle, they're just going to flat gut now there to Valmalga. About 5 metres short of the line here now. Second tackle for the Warriors. Can they get something done? They'll spread it now to the left. They've got pace. It's Shuavasa Shek. And he will go over and score. And the Warriors finally break through. It is too little too late, but Roger Tuivasa Shek does get his try. So we at least, from this, can just say we at least had a leg that actually did come in, as Roger Tuivasa Shek does score in the corner. Obviously, the other legs have gone to absolute buggery. But, yeah, there we go. Tuivasa Shek with a try. Try confirmed. There you go. So the Warriors do take advantage somewhat of the man advantage. .64 tries in 214 games. And our kick from the sideline here for Luke Metcalf. This to make it 28 points to 10. And he hasn't curled it enough, and he will be a miss. So it will remain as a 20-point lead for the Canberra Raiders. Now 7.5 remaining in this matchup. And just to say, after this, with this stream, once this ends, it will transfer over to the women's international game between Australia and England. And then it will transfer over, after that, to the final match of this NRL Vegas event, being the Penrith Panthers and the Cronulla Sharks. So here we go. We're just waiting now for the ball for the kickoff to restart the game for the Raiders and the Warriors. But yeah, it's just not been great from the Warriors. I mean, at least Tuivasa Shek got a try, but yeah, Canberra coming out to play here. So here we go. Here is the kickoff by the Raiders to restart the game with 7 minutes 30 remaining on the clock, as the timer now actually does start getting going. And now the Warriors here, 20 points. They need to score 4 tries in 7 minutes. I mean, it is possible. We just need a complete another capitulation by Canberra. But now the Warriors are now trying to get to the 30. And they will for the third. And they'll spread it now to the right-hand side. As that is now to the number 17 of Halasima. Now the Warriors trying to spread it out to their right-hand side. They'll get to the Raiders 40 for the last tackle. And it's a ruck infringement. And they weren't told. And it'll be kicked up and it'll be taken in goal by KO Weeks for a 20-minute restart. And that's been a bit of miscommunication there about them having a set restart, and they kicked immediately because it would have been the original last tackle, and it just sums up how the Warriors have been. It's just been very unfortunate for them, unfortunately. And now the Raiders, they're trying to break through here as that is Savage. Second tackle now, 45 metres away from the try line. As we should just be very close now for Joseph Tarpany being brought in. Corey Horsburgh now with the ball. 40 metres away from the try line now for the third tackles. We're now 5 minutes 40 away from the end of the match and what would be a Canberra victory. Good moves. Now trying to get some passing going. 25 metres out now. Fourth tackle for the Raiders. And now the Raiders trying to find something as Horsburgh gets a bit of a spin. He gets brought down 15 metres away from the try line. The ball's popped out. And it's going to be a penalty to the Raiders. As Joseph Tarpany comes back on the field. And Penrith. Warriors have gone for a challenge here. But Tarpany's now back on the field. A bit weird. Yep, so it is. It will be a penalty here for the Raiders, and they've all just looked around and given the peace symbol, so they're looking to just go for the 2 to at least make it 30. Yep, they're going to go for the 2 here just to chew up the clock. And it makes sense as now Joseph Tarpany back on the field now for the Canberra Raiders. But here we go. Canberra now, I think this is Jamal Fogarty. This to make it 5 from 6 for the day and have Canberra reach 30 points. I mean, it's right in front anyway, so you'd think it would go through. But here we go. There's the kick. Straight through the middle. 4 minutes 30 now remaining. And it is now 30 points to 8 for the New Zealand Warriors. Losing by 22 points. I had to save myself there because I did make a mistake. But yeah, this is kind of a... the commentators are saying this, but this is a bit of a statement here by the Raiders. I mean, they're going quite well. 4 minutes 24 now remaining, so there'll probably just be a couple of sets. And the Canberra Raiders will walk in with first points. They're going to go for a short kick. And have the Warriors gotten it? They do. The Warriors have gotten the ball from the kick. So they will have a set 25 metres out as Fisher Harris gets brought down just 20 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. Can the Warriors get another try at least? Third tackle now for the Warriors. 5 metres away from the try line. Trying to get a pass now into the middle. Almost a breakthrough run there for the Warriors. About a metre short of the line now. Fourth tackle. Oh, and it's Metcalf gets the ball and coughs it up. And that's very symbolic of what it's been for the Warriors this match. It's just unfortunate there for the Warriors, but yeah, it's just... 3 minutes now remaining as a scrum feed now for the Canberra Raiders. So first tackle now for the Raiders on their 20, as we're now less than 3 minutes away from the Canberra Raiders claiming the first win of the 2025 NRL season. Just taking their time, honestly, the Raiders, and just don't blame them. So third tackle now on the 30 for the third tackle. Hudson Young going over the guts. Just shy of halfway now for the fourth tackle. And they'll spread it now up to the middle. And now the Raiders get past halfway now for the last tackle. High boot here by the Raiders. Going to be taken on the 20 by Tuivasa-Sheck. He gets immediately met up as we're now into the final 2 minutes of this match. And, I mean, what can we say? It's been a very physical effort and a very successful effort here by the Canberra Raiders. Just utterly dominating in terms of defensive stats. Just not letting the Roosters... Not letting the Roosters... What the... Not letting the Warriors in at all with this in this match. And they've paused the time here with 1:38 remaining, as it looks like a Warriors player did end up losing the ball. And now the Warriors now just getting past halfway now, and this will be the last tackle for them. So we enter the final 90 seconds, which I think the Raiders will just hold up. Almost a kick and chip and chase there by Barnett. But there we go. The Warriors now first tackle on their 30. They're just going to take their time, soak up all the time and pressure, just looking into some defensive stats. What's interesting is the Warriors have more possession and a better completion rate, which is kind of nuts. But it's just saying total run meters, 200 more for the Raiders. Post-contact meters, more for the Raiders. More line breaks, more tackle breaks. More passing stats. Now we're going into defense. 40 missed tackles by the Warriors, 26 ineffective tackles by the Warriors. Even on the errors. So now last tackle for the Raiders. Inside of the 40, and they're just going to grubber it out with 27 seconds remaining. And they're just going to soak it all in. I think the Warriors maybe just might get one more play at least. But that is going to be the end of it. The Raiders have just shut the Warriors down. And the ball's popped back out. 3, 2, 1, and that will do it. The Canberra Raiders have defeated the New Zealand Warriors 30 points to 28 in what has been, what you can say, is an emphatic win. And honestly, the Raiders have put the comp on notice because they've just done really well there against the Warriors. And so now what I'm going to be doing is, unfortunately, I'm going to have to end this stream now, but in 5 minutes' time, this will be crossing over to the new stream where we'll be watching the Australia and England women's game. If that doesn't interest you, that's completely fine. Come back at 3:30 where we'll be watching the Penrith Panthers and the Cronulla Sharks in their up. But anyways, thank you all very much for watching this stream.